Hello, Libra. Welcome to your tarot reading for this new moon happening in September. I believe it's on the 21st. I've cleared space. We are going to dive in. We're going to see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm asking 4 questions. What you need to focus on, what is in your favor, what you don't see, and how you can move forward. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you might want to watch all 3 to gain more insight. Keep in mind they're general. Take them as they resonate. Here we go, Libra. Embodiment. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Healing time, perhaps? Focus on inner healing from any pain, any past difficulties, painful moments, heartbreaks, whatever. Let's see what is in your favor. Maybe it's time to focus on healing something that's been difficult for you. I'm going to shuffle this one more time. For Libra, please, Spirit. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy the reading, that you glean some insight from it. That's what we're all about here. All right. In your favor, rosemary bread. Share and commune with the ones who mean the most to you. Break bread with the spirit of rosemary, which will call for healing and mend. Oh, look at that. So perhaps you do have community around you, some people around you to help you through this healing process. All right, and you're willing to do that work. You're doing the healing work, and that's working in your favor. It's giving what you need to move forward. What you don't see. Let's see what you don't see. One more shuffle. All right, for Libra, what do they not see? And we will clarify with the tarot. What does Libra not see? Whoa. All right, we'll take the ones that are face up. Discerning and grief. Discerning and grief. What you don't see. Discerning and grief. Interesting. All right, we are gonna discernment, discerning, wisdom, understanding on the grief. All right, we're gonna dive deeper with the tarot, like I said. How can they best move forward? For Libra, wow, that automatically just jumping out here. We have the stand. That didn't. Courage, determination, and fearlessness. Nice. Having courage, taking a stand, fearlessness, determination. Sage, harmony, acceptance, and patience. Harmony, acceptance, and patience. All right. So, with determination, with patience and acceptance, in harmony, in balance, moving forward fearlessly. I like that. I do. Let's pull you. We're going to pull you from the Dark Wood Tarot. For Libra, please, let's give it one more shuffle. Let's see what we have here. All right, what to focus on? This embodiment, all right? We have the Fool. Oh, goodness. We have the Hierophant. And wow, 3 majors. All right. The Hierophant, the World, and the Fool. What to focus on? Your spirituality, higher understanding. The world. The possibilities, limitless possibilities, and taking the risk moving forward. Taking the leap of faith. Being present in the moment, open to what Spirit has for you, what's coming in for you, the opportunities presenting themselves. Wow. Be in the moment, be aware, be ready. Focus on. Wow. What is coming in for you? There is something definitely coming in for you. This is opportunities, perhaps a new path with limitless possibilities. Gain a higher perspective, a higher understanding. Listen to your intuitive guidance here. Okay, focus on your spirituality, your connection with higher self, with source, and that wisdom. What's in your favor? Community, I like that. Healing. Let's get some cards on this. What's in the favor? Oh goodness, cards flying around. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but all right. What's in your favor? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, it could be in your favor. That because the Queen of Swords energy, she can be very cold and indifferent. She's so intellectual that she cuts off the emotional. And in the reverse, I would say you're the opposite of that. And that works in your favor. You are open to the emotional side, the intuitive side, not too analytical, not too cold and indifferent. There's collaboration around you that works in your favor. The community that we discussed in this card here that is there for you. We have the King, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. An offer. And we have the Nine of Wands. Determination. Okay. And this could even, the Knight of Cups could even be intuition coming in. So the combination of support from community, being in touch with your emotion, your intuition, and determination to move forward works in your favor. What you don't see coming, this discerning, this grief, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's get some more on that, please. Let's get some more on that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we have a lot showing up here. Okay. What you don't see. All right, there's an imbalance somewhere. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Shh, Chico, that's my dog. Thinks he has to bark at the neighbors. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Something is out of balance. There's a need to use your discernment, your wisdom. What is causing you grief? What is maybe holding you back even? You're not stepping fully into your passion, that boldness, that desire. You've got the King of Wands in the reverse. What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that keeps you in a state of grief? Of not knowing how to move forward, perhaps. There's something off, something out of balance that needs to be balanced. It needs to be looked at. It needs to be examined to determine where you need to create. Look at this. The Magician, Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah. There's a change that needs to be made in order to create the balance. There's something that needs to change. You're not seeing it. The Knight of Pentacles here is commitment. It's slow movement, but it's deliberate movement. It's loyalty. It's dependability. Maybe there's something here that's, I don't know if it's a person, if it's a job, if it's a situation where there's a lack of loyalty from somewhere that is creating an imbalance. It needs to change. There needs to be communication here. The Three of Wands. You might need to move in a new direction. If there's an imbalance, somebody's not willing to give, all right? There's not an equal give and take. Maybe you're doing all the giving. It's imbalanced. Perhaps there's a need to shift and move in another direction to change your direction. You need to change the situation. If there's a lack of commitment from somewhere else, somebody else's part, they're not committed like you're more committed than they are. You need to change it. You need to perhaps move away from it, step in a new direction. Because you've got the Magician here. You have the magic that you need within you to create what you desire. But if this person is not as fully, or this situation, there's a lack of commitment from those around you to create this, then it's going to create a difficulty in making it happen. So there needs to be the change. You need to create the change. Tap into your resources. Maybe you're not seeing that they're not committed. It's time to examine things. Let's do the moving forward, how to move forward. What do we got here? Six of Swords. Look at that. That's that forward movement, leaving it behind. The turbulence, the difficulty. Walking away from it. Let me get some more here. Page of Wands. Yeah. New adventure. Queen of Wands. Going after what you want. Not letting others hold you back. Moving forward. If it means leaving the situation, then it means leaving the situation. But I think there definitely needs to be communication here where things are out of balance. You have the Four of Cups here. Four of Cups. Could be a new opportunity coming in. It could be something, a way that you can move forward that you're not seeing. You're not open to it. So be open. Let's clarify with the Everyday Witch. For Libra, please, let's clarify this a little bit. Let's see what we got going. All right, here we go. First row. Focus on, you've got the Devil. All right, is there some way of thinking, or is there a person or something toxic around you that is keeping you from your spiritual gifts, from expanding, from your connection to Source, from taking the opportunity to move forward in these possibilities, to take the risk, believing in yourself? It could be the healing that you need to do. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Tower in the reverse. All right, there is a resistance to the change, to creating the balance. There's definitely something out of balance somewhere. Focus on the spiritual. Nurture your spirituality, your spiritual gifts, your connection to Source, to higher self, to help you see what keeps you tethered, what you need to let go of, what's out of balance, what needs to change, where you're resisting change, where you're not moving forward. Because there's a need to move forward here, to let go of this stuff and move forward into the possibilities, this new adventure, this new path presenting itself to you. Focus on releasing, on untethering yourself from the imbalances and the things that, and the resistance to change that hold you back. They keep you out of this, keep you from stepping forward. What's in your favor? Let's do this. Ace of Wands. I like that. Is in your favor. Look at that. This new beginning. This Ace of Wands. This new beginning here. This is something desirable. Any more on this one? You do have people around you to collaborate with. Community. King of Cups, in touch with emotions, but not controlled by your emotions. Having them under control. Three of Cups in the reverse. And the Hermit in the reverse. Interesting. Knight of Cups. Working in your favor. Collaboration, the offer coming in, the determination. Okay, and not inclined to the solitude, to cutting yourself off, opening yourself up. And the Three of Cups is maybe not celebrating too early. continuing to move forward in the passion and the desire. Your stamina, your determination. Let's see what else we have. I'm sorry about my dog. He's just, the neighbors are out there, so he just thinks he has to make a noise. What you don't see. Strength. Your own inner strength. Your own inner strength. Time to recognize your own inner strength. You have the strength that you need to get through this, to move forward. Look at this. You have the Page of Swords. You have the wisdom. Look at the books on the ground in the bag. I mean, he's done the research. He's got the wisdom. He's got the knowledge. Three of Wands. What you don't see. Eight of Wands. Communicate. Communicate. This imbalance, this lack of commitment from somebody else, whatever's happening here, communicate. You've got the wisdom to do that, the clarity to do that. You have the strength to do that. There's a Two of Cups here. Partnership. You know, it could very well be that once you communicate the imbalance, that together you can create balance. You know, depending on receptivity there. We have here moving forward. Page of Cups. Heartfelt. Sharing. I'm telling you, if you're sharing your heart, being honest, coming from a place of wisdom, of integrity, of honesty, and communicating, a lot of times that's all we need for others to, you know, see things and see the value in what you're sharing and collaborate with you to create the change. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, to let go of that. That feeling of being isolated or left out in the cold, being the only one that's, you know, you're feeling the imbalance. And if you're not communicating it, nobody else knows about it. There's a need to communicate. Let me see. Move forward. All right. Seven of Pentacles. Assess the situation. Where you've invested time, where it's paid off, where it isn't. In moving forward, assess first. Eight of Wands. Again, with the communication, with the... This one is kind of seems like it's in a turmoil. Maybe there's too much communication coming in. There's all these different thoughts and ideas. There's a need to communicate clearly. And then you have the Hanged Man. Gain perspective. Go with the flow. See if I can get some more here. We have the Ace of Cups, new emotional beginning, and I have one on the floor. The King of Swords, intellectual. A balance, I would say, between the passionate desire, the fiery, and the intellectual. And then the Ace of Cups, you're creating this new beginning. You're moving forward, listening to your intuition, your heart guidance, keeping a balance, assessing as you, okay, and taking your next step. Assess the situation. Where are things paying off and where aren't they? Where can you invest more attention, more nurturing to what's working, and let fall away what's not working as you move forward. Oof, near the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords, an ending. It's possible that communication will bring ending, but then you have the Hierophant. We're back to the Hierophant card. We're back to that connecting with higher self, with source, gaining that spiritual wisdom. The Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, again, the adventure. All right. Becoming clear. on your path, listening to your intuition, communicating where the imbalance is. And that is going to bring you, as you communicate, some things will fall away, will come to an end. That's okay. If you are honestly communicating where there's an imbalance and somebody is not willing to work with you to create that balance, then it needs to come to an end. All right? I mean, because they're just draining your energies and your resources. It's time to move on. It is time to make connections that are balanced, to collaborate with those that are on the same page, that are willing to put in as much work as you are. All right? Let's pull you some oracle. Go, Libra. Commitments. Yeah. All about commitments here. Who is as committed as you are in your relationships, in your dealings? And who is not? Recognizing it. Chico, stop. He's so funny. All right, here we go. Some more, please, for Libra. All right, what do we got? Reach out. Reach out. Communicate. Reach out. All right? Call it what it is. Don't hesitate to communicate where there's imbalance. Reach out to others, those that are on the same page, that want to give equally, that are as committed to you. If they are not working with you, but you want them to because they're as committed as you are, reach out to them. Don't fear reaching out. There's a relaxed energy. There's leaning into it. All right? And letting things flow for Libra. Cultivate. It's not yet time to harvest. If you pick the fruit too soon, it won't be ripe or have time to develop to its full potential. Avoid rash judgments right now. Take your time to really examine things and then communicate. All right, let's pull you some runes. Libra. Here we go, Libra. And closing. Oh, we have a star. Going for those wishes. What is the wish? What do you want to see fulfilled? Ooh. Wow, we have a lot of runes here. We have a little red swan here. Very graceful. Swans are graceful, but they are fierce when it comes to protecting themselves, their families, and things like that. So there may be a need to protect yourself as you move through this, as you address the imbalances. You have Hagalaz, which is all about, it's tower energy. All right, it is destruction, transformation, chaos that brings change, necessary change. And then we have Wunjo, pleasure, bliss, happy, fulfilling, favorable conditions. So that's what's coming about here. That's what's happening. Okay, this change is going to bring favorable conditions for you as you balance things out, balance your relationships, your collaborations, whatever's going on here, as you communicate and create change, because it is going to change things. Some people are not going to like when you call them out on the imbalance, on their lack of commitment. Be ready for that. Be prepared for that. But be willing to step into your strength and stand up for yourself, right? And do not be the one putting in all the work and being taken advantage of. Setting healthy boundaries here. We have rings, which is connection. It is community. It is commitment. You want to be in a community connected with others who have the same level of commitment that you do. We have flight, freedom, higher thoughts. All right, could also be travel, which you also had, I believe, the Six of Swords up here. There could be a traveling. You're moving in a new direction, perhaps, in order to pursue what this is that you want to pursue, whatever you're committed to. We have the Star again. All right, the wish, the hope, the success. Dreams come true. Follow your passions, your desires. Lean into your gifts. Create balance. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for for joining me. If you like the reading, it resonated, hit the like button. Drop me a comment in the comment box. Say hello. Let me know how it resonated. If you want to be part of this community, I welcome you with open arms. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified of future readings, hit that notification bell. And if you are seeking your own personal guidance, your own personal reading, there's a link in the description box for my website. Thank you so much. Be blessed.